Hello world, this is Shiraj. Welcome to this channel. This is the next video in the playlist of Moodle LMS training for teacher. We discussed how we can set up a course in the last video. Set up a course looks like a building a shop, and adding your resources and activities look like displaying products to the customers. In this video, we are going to discuss how we can add resources to the course. So let's get started. Here I'm opening the web browsers. I've already logged in and we'll come down, and here we have my courses, and here we have the course title, information and communication technology. Here we are going to add resources to this particular course. So I'm going to click on this course and I can see my course page. Here we can see the course title, information and communication technology. The right side you can see the gear icon we call actions menu. If you click this actions menu, the second command is turn editing on. To do any changes, for example, if we want to add a resource or activities to this course or any changes, you have to turn on this editing. So you have to turn on this one. So let's click on this turn editing on, and you can see the course page. Now we can do the changes. Here we have the topic 1 and topic 2 already added by the administrator. And here we have the social forum, and I don't want this social forum. So if you don't want this social forum, you can click on this edit menu. And the last one we have delete. So we'll click on this one, and we have the confirmations. Let's delete this and disappear. Another task I want to do here, we have only 2 topics, and I want to have 15 topics. Let's see how we can add the topics. To add topics, here we have add topics with a plus. I'm going to click on here, and if you click, you will get a dialog box, add topics, number of sections. We call these are the sections. Topic 1, topic 2. Sometimes this may be a weekly format as we discussed in the last video, week 1, week 2, something like that. So here already we have 2 topics and I need totally 15. So we will make it 13 and we'll click on this add topics. Now we have topic 1 to topic 15. Here the topics are named as topic 1, topic 2 and so on. But I want to give the new name. To rename this topic 1, here we have the pencil icon. I want to click on this pencil icon. Now I can edit the topic. I'm going to give my new name, lecture week 1. Then after completing this editing, you can hit the enter key. Now the name is changed. Like this, I want to repeat the task for all 15 weeks. To repeat the task, I'm going to click again on this pencil icon. I'm going to press Ctrl C, then click on this topic 2 pencil icon, then Ctrl V. Then I'm going to change this number 1 into 2. Then again we'll press the enter key. Like that we can repeat this process, pencil icon on topic 3. Then we can right click and we can select the paste as well, or else you can use a shortcut key Ctrl V, and here we'll change number 3 and we'll hit the enter key. Like that we want to repeat this same process. Okay, done. Now we'll come to the lecture week 1, and now we can add the resources under this lecture week 1. So this is like we are creating a category to display the products. So like that we have a sections. Now we can add the resources under this lecture week 1. To add an activity or resources, you have to make sure in which week you are going to add the resources or activities. Here we have lecture week 1. I'm going to add a resource under this week. Let's see how we can add a resource. To add resource, you have to come to this area. Here we have plus, add an activity or resource. Let's click on this. And once you click this, you will get this dialog box. add an activity or resource. Here we have activities, assignment, chat, choice, database, and so on. We will discuss these activities in our upcoming videos. In this video, we are going to discuss resources. Under resources, we have book, file, folders, IMS content package, label, page, and URL. Let's discuss one by one. Here we have the first one, book. If we want to add a textbook or course guide in a book format, this resource would be the great choice. So let's add this resource. We have selected this one and we'll click on this add button. And once you hit the add button, you will get this web page, adding a new book to lecture week 1. Here we need to do a few settings. Here we have to give the name of the book. I'm going to give the name, course specifications. Then I can give the code ISM 11013. That's fine. So this is the title of this book, and we can give a brief description. This description will be appeared throughout your book on each page. I'm going to minimize this web browser. I will come to the desktop. I will open LMS folder, first TMG, course stuff, and lecture 1 folder. And here I have a course specification Word file. I'm going to open this file. Here we have the course specifications. I'm going to select this paragraph. I'm going to press Ctrl C to copy this paragraph. I will go back to the web browser and reach this page. I'm going to press Ctrl V. Now we have the descriptions here. And here we have the checkbox, display descriptions on course page. If we check in, this particular description will be shown in course page. So I don't want to display this descriptions in the course page. I need only the book title. So let's make it as it is. So these are the two settings comes under general. We click here to minimize this one and we click on the next group of settings, appearance. Here we have chapter formatting. Chapter formatting, you can make it as number or bullets. So I prefer to have number. The next one is style of navigations. Here we have TOZ only. It means table of contents only. You can organize your book in the table of contents format, or else you can make it as images. So I'm going to make as TOC only, table of contents only. That's fine. Then we will minimize this appearance. The next group of setting is common module settings. We click here to expand. Here we have availability. Under availability, we have show on course page. Once you make this one, this particular book will be available to the students. The second option we have hide from students. If you click this one, for the time being until you make show on course page, this book will be hidden to students. So I'm going to make it show on course page and we'll minimize these settings. That's fine. And these are the three major settings we have to do in this page. Once you complete this, you can click this save and return to course. I'm going to click here to return to the course. Yes, that's fine. Here we have the book and the title of course specification, ISM, and course code. Here, if we want to do any setting changes on this book, we can click on this edit, and here we have edit settings. You can click here to do the settings on your books. For example, you can change the title of your book or descriptions or the common module settings. Once you complete these settings, you can click again this save and return to course to return the course. Now let's see how we can add contents to the book. Here we have a pencil icon. This pencil icon to change or rename the book title. You can click this pencil icon and you can rename or update your book title if you want. To add contents to the book, here we have the book title. If I hover my mouse over this book title, I can see the hand tool. So I'm going to click on this book title. Then if I click this book title, you can see the book title here. Here we have add new chapter and add new chapter. Here we have chapter title. I'm going to press Alt tab to reach my course specification document. I'm going to select this basic information as a title. I'm going to press Ctrl C to copy. I'm going to press Alt tab again to reach back this web page, and we click here and Control V. That's fine. That is the title of my first chapter. The next one is subchapter, will come later here. The third one is content. Here you can have your content for this particular chapter. I'm going to press Alt tab and select this area and Control C to copy, and pressing Alt tab to go back to the web browser and Control V to paste. Then we'll come down here and we click on Save Changes. That's fine. Once you click this one, here on the right side we can see the table of contents. The first chapter is added. Like that we can add more chapters. To add more chapters, here we can see the plus icon. We can click on this plus to add next chapter of this book. Here you can see add new chapter. Previous chapter is basic information, and we can give the current chapter title. We'll press Alt tab. I'm going to select this text, pressing Ctrl C, Alt tab, and paste. That's fine. And the third one is content. Here we'll press Alt tab again. We'll select this one, Ctrl C, Alt tab, and we'll paste here. Then I'm going to click on this Save Changes to add the next chapter. Now you can see the second chapter is added, and to add third chapter you can repeat this same process. Click the plus. Here we have the web page to add the third chapter of this book. Add new chapter. Previous chapter is overall aims of course, and next we have chapter title of the current chapter. I'm going to press Alt tab to go back to my course specification document. I'm going to select this text, Control C to copy the text, Alt tab to go back to the browser, click here, Control V, fine. Next one is content. We'll press Alt tab and select this text, Control C, Alt tab to go back to the browser, click here and Control V, that's fine. Here we have the subchapter. If you want to make this chapter as a subchapter of this previous chapter, you can check in here. I don't want this chapter as a subchapter. I'm going to use a scroll bar here. I'm going to click here, Save Changes. That's fine. Like that, we can add more chapters. Here we have the table of contents. Here we have the down arrow. You can click here to send down to this particular contents. Okay, this basic information comes as second one. If you make it the first one, here we have up arrow, move up, then we can click this move up to make it first one. Like that we can organize your chapters. The next one is gear icon. If you want to do any edit on contents, you can click on this gear icon and you can see the edit chapters. Here we can edit the chapters if you want to do any title change or content change, and you can do the changes, and you can click save changes to make update. The third one is bin icon. If you want to delete these chapters, and you can delete this. For example, if I don't want this sixth one, I can click on this bin icon. Then we can confirm to delete. You can press yes to delete the sixth chapter. The next one is eye icon. If you want to hide this particular chapter to the students, you can click here. For example, if I want to make this particular chapter as hidden, you can click here to hide. To unhide, you can click again to show to the students. The last one is adding new chapter. For example, if you want to add new chapter after this 3, you can click plus here. That's fine. Now here we can use the navigation bar to go back to your course page. Here I'm going to click on this ISM 11013 to reach my course page. And here we have the book. Now let's see how the students see this particular book. In Moodle, we have different roles. For example, teacher, student, administrator, something like that. Now we are teacher and we want to see how the students see this particular book. For that, we want to switch the role from teacher to students. Now let's see how we can switch our teacher role to student. To change the role, we can come here, we can click here, and you can find the last command, switch to role. I'm going to click here. Once you click this, you will get this web page. Here you can see how these users are seeing your course page. I'm going to click on the student to see how students are going to see my course page. And you can make sure in the right top corner you can see the student. This means now we are in student role. So we click on this book to see how the students see the books. So this is the way students see the book. Here we have the table of contents and they can navigate to see the informations in this book. More than that, here we have a gear icon. They can click on this gear icon, they can print this book. Otherwise, they can print this chapter. It needs only the content. For example, if they want to print this content, they can print this content only. Or else they can print this book. They can click on this print book, then the dialog box will be appeared. Then they can see the informations of complete book. Then they can click this command to print the book. We don't want to print this book. We close this dialog box. I will come back again here. Here I'm going to use this navigation bar ISM 11013 to reach my course page. To change student role to teacher students or return to normal role, you can come the same place, right top corner. You can click here. The last command, return to normal role. We click here to return our normal role. Now I'm going to add another resource under this lecture week 1. To add a resource, you have to turn on editing. To turn on editing, you have to come to this gear icon. Then the second command is turn editing on. We click here to turn editing on. I'm going to add another resource under this lecture week 1. To add resource, you have to come here, add an activity or resource. We click here and you can see the dialog box, add an activity or resource. I'm going to use the scroll bar to go down. The second one we have file. We'll select this file, then you can see the descriptions about this particular resources. Once you select this, you can click add here, or else we can double click on this particular resource. We'll double click here. Once you double click the file resource, you will see this web page adding a new file to lecture week 1. Under general, we have name. Here we want to give the name of the resource, and descriptions we can briefly tell about your resource. And the third one we have select file. And the select file, you can drag and drop files here to add them. So already I have a folder lecture 1. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to add this chapter 1 PowerPoint file under the lecture week 1. To add this PowerPoint file, what I'm going to do, I'm going to click here to restore down to make small this folder, and we'll keep aside this folder. I'm going to click on this chapter 1 and drag and drop. Done. Now it's uploading and done. Now you can see the PowerPoint file. Now with that hand, we'll press Alt tab to go back to the folder. Then we can press F2, or we can click right click and rename. I'm going to copy the chapter 1. I'm going to paste here. We'll give space. These are the optional settings. For example, if you click appearance, you can show the size of the file, type of the file, something like that. And also we have a common module settings. We can click here and availability and show on course page and hide from students. This can be done in the course page as well. So we will make it as show on course page to show to the students this resource. We'll click on this save and return to course to return to the course page. Now we can see the chapter 1 here. If we are not satisfied the name of this particular resource, we can click this pencil icon and we can rename it here. Now let's see how we can add file resource in a quick way. I have a folder lecture 1 and I'm going to keep in this side. Let's see how we can add this PDF file to this lecture week 1. I'm going to click here and drag and drop. You can see add files here, and let's drop here, and it's uploading and done. And if you want to do the settings for this particular resource, you can come to this edit and you can click edit setting. Then you can recall this updating file in lecture week 1, and you can do the changes if you want. Click save and return to course to go back to the course page. Like the drag and drop method, we can add files to our course page. So that is the easiest way to add files to the course page. Here we can see the four-headed arrow. We can use this four-headed arrow to move a resource from one place to another place. Let's see how we can move a resource from one place to another place. Here we have ICT course tour. I want to move this after this course specification. So we'll use this four-headed arrow and drag and drop. Okay, that's fine. And also we can move a resource from one section to another section as well. Here we have a group detail Excel file. I'm going to move this file from lecture week 3 to lecture week 2. I'm going to use this four-headed arrow, move tool, drag and drop. Now you know how to add a book and other file resources. I'm going to add another type of resource. To add another type of resource, let's click on add an activity or resource, and we can find the add an activity or resource. We'll use this scroll bar to go down to find the resources. We complete book and file. And the third one is folders. Like you're adding files, you can add folders. For example, if we have practice files in a folders or any other coding files in a folders or past papers in a folders, you can make it as a folders. Now let's choose this folder, and we can see the descriptions of this particular resource, and we can click add or we can double click. I'm going to click add to get the web page to add folders. Here we have adding a new folder to lecture week 1, and you can give a name to your folders. I'm going to give a name practice folder. Okay, that's fine. Then you can give a descriptions if you want. I don't want any descriptions for this particular folder. And the third one, here we have content. You can drag and drop the files to be added in the folders. I'm going to press Alt tab to get back my folder lecture 3. I'm going to select the files one by one. You can hold your control key and you can select one by one. Then these are the 5 Word files I want to add in this particular folder. After selecting this, nicely you can drag and drop. The next setting is display folder contents. Here we have on a separate page. If you click this one, this file will be displayed in a separate file. The second option is inline on a course page. Then this file will be appeared on a course page itself. So I'm going to make a second option inline on a course page. We click here and we'll check this one, show sub folder expanded and show download folder button. So the students can download this folder, then they can work themselves. So these are the major settings. Under common module settings, you can make it hide and show. So I'm going to make it show. That's fine. Then we'll click on save and return to close to return the course page. Now we can see the practice folder, the title we have given there, and files as well. And here we have download folder option. We have checked in the settings, and students also can see this download folder options. Then they will be able to download this folder. Then they can work themselves. That's fine. I'm going to add another type of resource under this lecture week 3. So we will click on this as an activity or resource under this lecture week 3. We'll click here and we can get the dialog box at an activity or resource, and we'll come down using this scroll bar. And the fourth one is IMS content package. We will discuss this IMS content package in our upcoming videos, and we will move to label. If you want to add short description to a course section, or if you have an audio file to be played on a course page, or if you have a video file to be played on a course page, you can use this label. We'll double click on that to add a label. Here you can see the label text. You can type the text if you want to have the text on a course page. Here what I'm going to do, here you can see the media icon. I'm going to click on this media icon. Here you can add a link, or you can add a video, or you can add an audio. Let's see how we can add an audio. Here we have the button browse repositories. So we click on this one, and once you click this, you have to choose the files from the folders. We'll click here, and you can see the files folders, and here I am in lecture number 5 folders, and I have mp3 files, mail merge lecture audio files. I'm going to click on this one, and I'm going to click open, and this particular mail merge lecture mp3 file is added to the labels. Now we can click on this upload this file. The file is being uploaded. Then you can see this dialog box, and we will click on insert media. Now you can see the file is added here, and also you can give a brief descriptions to this particular audio file. I'm going to type listen to this file and practice mail merge. Yes. After completing that, we click on save and return to course to return course page. Yes, done. Now you can see the descriptions and the audio file on the course page. And if the students wants to play the audio lecture, then they can click on this play button, and they
Hello
can listen to
students, in the
the
last audio
lecture.
we discussed track changes. In this audio we are going to discuss mail merge.
That's fine. Now I'm going to add a video on this lecture week 2. Let's see how to add. I'm going to open my lecture folder. I'm going to press Alt tab, and now we are in lecture 3. I'm going to go to this lecture 2 folder. Yes, here we have a video file, and I want to play this video file on this course page itself. So let's see how to add this one. If you have folder like this, you can click here to restore down to small the size of the folder. Then I'm going to keep aside to make convenient to drag and drop. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to drag and drop this video file to this particular section. Let's click here and drag and drop. Once you drag and drop video file to the course page, you will face a dialog box with a message. What do you want to do with the file? The file name is given here. Here we have two options: add media to course page and create file resource. If we give this option, the students can see only the files here, and they will be able to download the file. If we give this option, add media to course page, the video will be played on a course page itself, like the audio play. And I'm going to click upload here. The video is being uploaded to the course section on our course page, and that will be played under this lecture week 2. Yes, here we have the video. Now the students can click this play button to play the video. Then they can see this video. That's fine. Here we have the video without descriptions. Why we have no description? We added this video using drag and drop method. If you want to give descriptions about this particular video or the title of this video, here you can go to this edit, and you can go to the edit setting. Here we have label, and here we have the link to the video. Don't try to delete this. If you delete this, the video will be disappeared. What I'm going to do, I'm going to place my insertion pointer here, and I'm going to click this enter. I'm going to go to the up, and I'm going to select this text completely, the file name. I'm going to right click and copy. I'm going to place my insertion pointer here. Then going to right click, and here we have paste as plain text. So this will be pasted without any formatting. Okay, I'm going to click this here and paste as plain text. I don't want the file type. We'll press the backspace and delete this, and that's fine. Then we'll click the save and return to course to return the course page. That's fine. Here we can see the label. Now I'm going to add another type of resource under this lecture week 6. To add a resource, we have to click on this add an activity or resource. We'll click here and you can get this dialog box. We'll use this scroll bar to go down, and we have completed this label, and now we'll move to this page. If you want to add a past papers, or if you want to add a exam calendar or semester calendar, we can use this page. I'm going to add this page. We click on this add button. Here you have to give a name for your page. I'm going to add a past paper questions. So I'm going to give a title, past paper questions. And here you can give a descriptions if you want to have. Otherwise, we can leave as it is blank. Here we have the content. Here you have to add the contents to be displayed on a page. I'm going to open my folder. I'm going to press Alt tab, and here we are in lecture number 2. I'm going to click lecture 6 folder. Yes, here we have exam paper. I'm going to open this exam paper. I'm going to copy this question 1 and question 2, and we'll use Control C to copy. I'm going to press Alt tab and reach the web browser. I'm going to click here and press Control V or right click paste. And here we have the questions on the page. That's fine. Those are the major settings we want to do. After completing that, we can click on this save and return to course. Okay, we'll go to the lecture week 6. Here we have the page, and we'll click on this one, and we can see the questions.
Here, if you want to do any changes, you can go back to the course page and you can click on the edit and edit settings and you can do your changes. Now we'll click on the back button to go back to the course page.
Now I'm going to add another type of resource on the lecture week 3. To add a resource, we click on this add an activity or resource, and we have add an activity or resource dialog box. We'll scroll down, and the last one is URL. If you want to share a website address with your students, we can click this URL. We'll click on this URL and click this add button, or we can double click here. Here we have a web page adding a new URL to lecture week 3. Here we have to give a name. Going to give a name Skillshare, and we can give a link. I'm going to open my folder lecture week 6. So I'm going to go back to lecture week 3. Yes, here we have Skillshare URL. I'm going to open this notepad and going to select all, pressing Ctrl A and Ctrl C to get a complete link, or you can drag and select, and we'll minimize this and we'll click here, right click, paste, or Ctrl V to paste. That's fine. If you want to give a description about this particular website, we can give it, or else we can leave it. So these are the major settings we want to do. Once we complete this, we can click save and return to course to return the course page. Yes, now we have the link. Now we can click on this link and you can reach the website. Yes, that's fine. You can click here to go back to your course page.
Now let's take a look at some controls related to this resource. Here we have edit. If I click on this edit, I can see some controls. The first one is edit settings. We discussed already. If you want to do any changes on this resource, you have to click on this edit setting. The next one is move right. If you want to send this resource to the right side, we can use this move right. Here I have a title of this video. I want to send this title to the right side. So I can click on this edit and we click on move right. That's fine. If you use move right, automatically you will see the move left If you want send back to the previous place, you can use this one. The next one is hide. If you want to hide this resource temporarily for the students, you can click this hide. Once you click this, you can see hidden from students. This particular resource is hidden to student. So students cannot see this, but you can see. And if you want to make it available to the students later, then you can click on this edit and you can click show. The next control is duplicate. If you want to get a copy of this resource, you can click here to get a copy of that. Then you can get a copy. The next control is assign roles. We will discuss this assign roles in our upcoming videos. The last one is delete. If you don't want this resource, you can click here to delete. This will be deleted permanently from your course. And we'll click on this edit. So this is lecture week 2. As we all know, this is topic as a section. And we'll click on this edit. Here we have edit topic. If you want to edit this topic, we can click this edit topics. And here we have highlights. For example, if we are in chapter number 2 or week number 2, you can click on this highlight and this particular week will be highlighted to the student. And here we have hide topics. If you want to hide this complete topic to the student, you can click on this hide topic. This complete topics or the complete lecture week 2 will be hidden to the students. Here we have a last option, delete topic. If you don't want all these resources comes under this lecture week 2, you can click delete topic to delete all of these resource comes under lecture week 2. That's fine. That's all in this video. We set up our course and added resources to the sections of course. It's like we build the shop and created product categories and display the products to the customers. Now we want to set up price and welcome our customers. We will discuss more interesting steps in our upcoming videos. Thank you very much, guys. We'll meet in the next video.